Gents, we're going to kick on with Newmarket on Saturday and the Sun Chariot. And this is a race that's been won in the last 5 years, in the last 10 years, 5 times by French horses, I believe. We've got Roly Poly in there as well, Kima and all sorts. Binners, can you kick us off with the betting for this, please?
Good stats, Maddie, and those French horses, they need to win a race now, don't they? 2-1 Persuasive, 5-2 Roly Poly, 7 Kima, 8 Usherette and Al Jazzy, and See You Shake, and it's 10 bar.
Excellent. Okay, Jimmy, I'll go to you first. French horses, many of them take your fancy. Usherette, maybe Kima?
Usherette's the one I like, yes. I think Andre Fabre won this with a very similar mare,
Tariq,
a couple of years ago. And Usherette, she always seems to run her best races in Britain. She was probably a bit unlucky not to win at Royal Ascot earlier in the summer. She got no run up the inside there. And she's won at this course before, so at 8-1, I think Usherette's good value. She does tend to show a better form earlier in the season, but she won last time out. That will be a nice confidence booster. And Andre Fabre knows how to win this race.
And you don't think Kima's a slightly better filly? I mean, she beat her at Royal Ascot.
Well, she did, but I mean, Usherette got no run that day. I mean, I backed Kima, but I thought I was a little bit lucky, actually. I thought Usherette, with a clearer one, would have won.
Okay.
So she is a pretty good mare on her day. And as Andre Fabre showed with Tariq, he can get them to improve as they get older. So there could be more to come from her.
Yeah, he's absolutely master of his craft. Aidan O'Brien won this last year of Alice Springs. He saddles Roly Poly this time around. Tom, do you think it could be another one for Ballydoyle?
No, that'll not win, will it? It's a bad price anyway, isn't it? Roly Poly, I think 5-2. Look, she's surprised me. She surprised me when she won at Newmarket. What was it, the Falmouth Stake? And she was even surprised me even more when she won the Rothschild last time. But I think they were both pretty mediocre race contests. I think this is a massive step up. If you look at the horses she's beaten, Wuheda hasn't done much for the form since, and the Rothschild was, See You Shake, and Persuasive was having a return from a long absence. Kima was disappointed. That was when the Rouget horses were a little bit in and out. I still don't think they're in the greatest form they've been all season. So no, I'd be surprised if Roly Poly win, but then I was being surprised when US Army, Navy flag or whatever it wins, and all these O'Brien ones. He's such a brilliant trainer that she could be better. She'll have to be better than she's ever been to win, but that could easily be the case, despite it being her 76th run this season.
Okay, Persuasive for you then, is it?
Yeah, I like her, but she's the favourite. I mean, I think John Gosden, this will have been the plan all season long. I thought she was good in the Matron last time behind Hydrangea and Winter. I think, she was a long way back. She was drawn on the outside. She did well to finish where she did. She was 3 lengths or so in front of Kima, and she's no reason why she can't be here. But I'm with Jimmy there a bit. I think Usherette's got a chance, and I think Al Jazzy's got a chance too. I think she was really impressive at Sandown. Now, that was probably because they went too fast and set it up for her coming off the pace. But, her form she just seems like she's getting better. She's
improving.
Yeah, she was split Kima and Usherette at Ascot. She was even more impressive at Sandown last time, and I can see her running a massive race too.
Okay, excellent. We're going to now also talk about the Tote Scoop 6 Challenge Cup at Ascot. Labrisa Breeze won this race last year, and I believe Mojito is one of the favourites for this one, Binners?
Yep, absolutely, Maddie. 6-1 Mojito, and it's 10 Maxime, 12 Burnt Sugar Gifted Master, and a number of horses on 14s.
Right, we've got plenty to talk about here, as these are all recent winners. I mean, Mojito, he won the hat-trick last time at York, then Burnt Sugar won at Leopardstown. Maxime was really impressive at Newmarket. Jimmy, kick us off. Who's your selection?
Well, Labrisa Breeze was one of the top weights when he won this last year. I think that's where I'd probably look for the winner.
Why is that, do you reckon?
Well, I just think it in these handicaps, they're so close together. I just prefer to look more towards the top, because that is where the classier horses are, obviously. And if you've got one of them in form, as Gifted Master is, then I think they're potentially quite interesting. His form from last time, I think, got a boost recently with Steady Pace. The runner-up has won since. So Gifted Master, he's won at Ascot before. His best form, you could argue, is over 6 furlongs, but he's got form over a mile and over 7 furlongs. and Hugo Palmer's horses are running well. I'd go with that one.
Yeah, he's got some very good back class, hasn't he, Gifted Master? Yeah. Okay, Tom, what about you?
It's a tricky one, this, isn't it? I've spent my life, this year, getting big field handicaps completely wrong, but I think everyone has. If we look back since Royal Ascot, on Saturday we had 50, 100, 50 to 1. We had Stamp Hill in a similar race here last year. They are absolutely impossible. There's many reasons. One is, as Jimmy pointed out, there's nothing between the top and the bottom. So basically, you got a conditions race with 28 runners, all of which are about the same, on ground that you don't know what it is, on a draw where you don't know what it is. So literally anything can win. I would be playing at big prices, because I think that's what you have to do in these races these days. So
if you would have played at big prices in the Cambridgeshire, you would have done very well.
You probably got the wrong ones, but you would have been at the right place. So as much as I like Mojito, I thought he was really impressive at York last time when he beat Battered. I couldn't consider backing him at, what did you say? There'd been a 6-1, was it?
That's it. Yes.
So I'll be looking at something. I think Richard Fahey has good record in this type of race. His Stamp Hill won one last time. So the old boys, Heaven's Guest, Birchwood, that sort of way I might be looking, simply because they're impossible. Why do you want to play at 6-1 when they're always won by 50 to 1 shots?
Yeah. So you'd go towards the end of the reliable as opposed to the unexposed in a race like this?
Well, I don't think anything unexposed gets in anymore. You know what I mean? In the old days, you used to sit there and Michael Stout would have a horse that was 12 pounds well in. Everyone knew it. It'd be 5 or 6 to 1 and we'd all back it. Now if Mojito gets in, he might well win. But I think the point is, in those days, you could be sure about draws and ground and where the jockeys were going to go. I just don't think anyone has a clue what is going to happen in any of these big races. Going back to the Cambridgeshire on Saturday, you had horses drawn 27 switching to the far side. When the going stick, everything told you that the near side was better. If you watch the last race on Saturday, at the end of the day, trap 18 and 17 won up the stands rail. The Cambridgeshire was one up the stands rail, and yet you still got horses and jockeys switching to the far side. So if you don't know where they're going to go and there's nothing between them, then it's just makes it so difficult for punters that you might as well play at the end of the market.
Okay. Binners, anything to add from you? Can you see one of these getting absolutely hammered in the betting, or?
I'm not really sure. It's a bit early, Maddie, in the week for that, but I quite like Accidental Agent. Admittedly, he's gone up in the weights a bit, but 14 to 1, he only just got touched off by Tabarak last time at Newbury, and 7 furlongs looks absolutely perfect for that one.
Okay. Well,
Maddie, sorry, can I butt in there? When I mentioned Fahey, I forgot Stamp Hill. That's the one. That's the one I'd be looking at. I can't believe he won absolutely cantered in over course and distance last time, and was he 20 to 1? Did you say there, Paul? I thought that was a big price.
Stamp Hill, yeah, I didn't get down to that.
Don't go down that far.
I didn't get down.
That's what we like.
That's how good. What a great selection is. You don't even have it listed.
Amazingly, you got the right price.
Funny that I wasn't looking at your website at all there, Paul.
20 to 1, amazing, Tom.
Genius.
Right. Okay, well, Stamp Hill for Tom then. I'm going to start off now asking the best bet for the week ahead. The whole week, what's your best bet? Jimmy, chuck it our way.
Well, we've got another one of these big long-distance flat handicaps coming up on Sunday, the Irish Cesarewitch. And the one I like there is Automated, because it's being run at Navan this time. And Automated's got a very good record at Navan. I think he's won twice over hurdles. He also ran very well there. He won very easily back in the winter.
Did he get backed for a few 2-mile handicaps?
Did, very much so,
yeah. And the ground's probably going to be on the soft side, which he likes. I think he's got a mark of about 83, which could make him quite well treated. Okay,
so. Automated for Jimmy at Navan. Tom, best bet for the week ahead?
Look, I've been having a look at the Cumberland Lodge. I thought that was quite an interesting race. I mean, for normally the Cumberland Lodge it's pretty sort of an end of season sort of group race. This time we got Island Real, we got Walled Guys, we got Midterm, we got Raheen House. Could be a really top race. I'd be very interested if Andre Fabre brought over the 3-year-old Walled Guys. Now I know, as we were saying earlier, that the French got wiped out, but Bramato ran a really good race in the Arc. He was badly hampered, and I think he would have been third but for that. And so I don't think they're as bad, or the top ones are as bad as we've been making out. And I think Waldgeist on his 4th in the Irish Derby.
He was really well back for that, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. He was 2nd in the French Derby, 4th in the Irish Derby. He was only beaten 2 lengths by Capri Cracksman, Winds of Eagles. I think that gives him a very good chance.
Form.